share, comment. I'm gonna definitely need y'all to comment today. On this video, we will be covering a bunch of new laws that will take effect on the 1st of July. This ain't all of them, but these are the ones that caught my eye. You could always, Google some shit, check it out. So I'm gonna start off with HB 255, which is a animal cruelty database, which basically is gonna be harsher penalties for people that torture cats, weirdos, don't feed their dogs, motherfucking neglectful people, your ass getting harsher charges. HB 259, Fentanyl Awareness Day. What the fuck? Nobody needs to learn about fentanyl. Just don't do it, motherfucker. Just the fuck. It's the opposite of Nike, nigga. Just don't do it, nigga. Oh God. But that will be August 21. If you're interested in learning about fentanyl, because it's two different fentanyls. The one that be on the street that get niggas turn people into zombies and whatnot, and then it's the medical fentanyl, which is like a pain reliever or whatnot. I prefer to stay away from all drugs except, well, marijuana is not a drug. But anyway, HB 279, swatting calls. So all these. This is gonna affect more streamers, hopefully help them to get swatted. If you're not aware of what swatted is, it's like, it mostly happens to streamers, and this is how it usually happens. Somebody get a hold of their IP address, then that means they have everything. They have the location and everything, and then they will make a false police report. And then, as you can see, it happened to many streamers. I show Speed. I think it happened to Kai. Whoever. People watching the stream call the police, say something's happening at that location, and then the police kick the doors in, like, what is going on? Blah blah blah. Like a raid. And the whole time you're just not doing nothing. So people doing that are getting harsher charges, which I think is a good thing. Cause like, what the fuck, you wasting resources and time. They could have been kicking down the door for Fentanyl Awareness Day, and your ass over here playing and shit. Alright, so HB 351, dangerous speeding. This is for the swimmers. I hope y'all paying attention to the laws. The laws are most of these new laws are just like trying to stop people from doing bullshit. But alright, so 351, HB 351 is mainly for the swimmers. It's a dangerous speeding law. You speeding over 50 miles per hour, like speeding 50 miles over the speed limit, for the first time get you 30 days and a $500 fine. The second time get you 90 days in jail and a $1,000 fine. So for them swimmers out there, y'all be careful. They cracking down. HB 515. It's a cryptocurrency law. So it lets creditors secure liens against your digital assets. So you can no longer hide when you're in debt. Hide your assets in Doge, Bitcoin, Shiba Inu, whatever, Ethereum. You can't hide your shit no more. And you in debt, pay your debt, because they coming for it wherever you putting it. Better put that bread in somebody else's name or something. HB 549, the Gulf of America law, which this part is for schools, which makes is gonna basically force schools to use instructional materials in schools to reflect the federal designation of the Gulf of America. Guess they're rewriting the story of the Gulf of America for some reason. And then that leads us into 575, HB 575, which is they're making people, it's a federal law to update the geographic materials to reflect the designation of the Gulf of America. Please get in the comments for that one. Please. I don't really get it. I guess Please get in the comments for that one. But next is HB 593, the dangerous dog law. This for all the pit bull owners, mistreated dog owners that get off the leash, go around biting people, biting other dogs, just chasing mailmen, Amazon, UPS, FedEx, making their lives a motherfucking hell. So this law makes sure you must microchip, spade, neuter, and have $100,000 liability insurance when you own a dangerous dog, such as pit bulls, German shepherds, Rottweilers, cane corsos. There's a few more on there, but any dangerous dog, aggressive dog, angry dog. Keep your dog on the leash, treat it nice, teach it when to attack, because sometimes dogs are for protection, but that's when they come on your property, not just walking around the neighborhood just terrorizing people. Raise your dogs right, teach them right, treat them right. So HB 809, this is for social workers that go into schools and work with children. They're no longer required to meet certain knowledge requirements to get their educator certification. So it's time to homeschool your kids, people. From my point of view, all I see is more I don't even want to get into it, but it's just gonna be less education going on when it's a lower level. I'm not gonna say they're just gonna have dumb people being social workers and, like, being substitute teachers and whatnot, but basically, and I think it's gonna be like a downhill spiral. It's gonna lead to more molestations, more unprofessionalism. Like, it's just gonna be bad for the kids. I think they should have did the complete opposite and made it more requirements. These kids are the future, and we dropping the ball for a lot of things. And I feel at fault because I didn't vote for none of these laws. I did not vote at all. I understand the woke point of view on voting, but that's only on the presidential side. When it comes to local laws in general, I think it's very, very important to vote, and I will be voting from now on because some of these laws are outrageous. So that leads us into HB 903, which is the execution methods law, which basically is any method can be used to execute a prisoner on death row that is like not violating the constitutional, like is not like the method is not deemed unconstitutional. Like firing squad gas injections is constitutional. I wonder, my question is stoning constitutional? Because some of they ass need to get stoned. We need to live stream that shit for the world to see. I say that because it would put more fear into people to do less particular crimes. Your ass gotta get hit by rocks till you die. You'll think twice about running your car into a crowd or loading up that AR and just shooting it into a school or something. Your ass see that first person get stoned to death, your ass gonna wanna just relax for sure. And then we go into SB 1470, which is school security guards must be trained and approved by the sheriff of the county, I guess. That city or the county, which is, I feel, and they will be also taught. They will also be taught firearm detection, and I think that's good. especially in inner city schools where kids do bring guns to school. They do shoot each other at school or after school or near school. And I think that's a very, them being approved and trained should make parents feel a little bit more safe where their kids are going and spending 6 to 7 to 8 hours a day, maybe 9 if they do extracurricular activities. So that's a plus for, like, school shootings and fights and stabbings and stuff of that nature. School shouldn't be a place of violence. It should be a place of learning. It should be a peaceful environment. So that leads to SB 1388, which is the Boaters Freedom Act, which is like basically police have to have probable cause to pull your boat over and to get on your boat. They can't just stop and frisk your boat no more. They gotta have probable cause. You gotta be doing something real stupid to get searched and pulled over in your boat from July 1st. So our next one goes into HB 1105. This is a education rule. It's a few rules, but I'm gonna cover the two main ones, which is K through 8 students are prohibited from using cell phone during the school day. Depending on a certain circumstance, depending on like emergencies and whatnot. But if it's not an emergency, K through 8 students are not allowed to use phones during the day, which is, I think, is acceptable. Kids are easily distracted. They need to be focusing on learning. Yeah. So I think that's a good. Some people think it's bullshit, but I think it's a good law. Kids need to focus. High school kids requires. I need y'all to chime in on this comment, because high school kids require a pilot study to look at phone prohibiting high school students using. All right, so let me redo this one, because hold on. High school. All right, it requires a pilot study to look at prohibiting high school students from using the phone. From what I think is going to be a study to make a decision if high school kids should or should not use the phone. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. Hit the comments. So guess what, guys? We're back to Fenty. So HB 1195, fentanyl testing. It requires hospitals. If you're brought to the hospital for an overdose, any kind of overdose, you're gonna be tested for fentanyl. It don't matter what you OD'd on. You could have been brought to alcohol poisoning, drinking too much water. Your ass getting tested for that fentanyl. Which I do think some of these fentanyl laws are just. Because fentanyl is just destroying people. It's destroying the community. And I mean, they're not being like super aggressive about it, like the war on drugs, but it's a plus. It's a plus from my standpoint. HB 1237 basically is a human trafficking awareness. Like, everybody will be taught in schools human traffic awareness by December, which is important because human trafficking is freaking crazy. It's $1 billion industry. Nobody really knows too much about it. There's movies about it. There's hotels that have been sued for trafficking humans. It's people being found in floorboards and truck containers. It's $1 billion industry, which is not talked about every day, but really should be, because it's people going missing because human trafficking. HB 1525. Ride. Oh, this one good. This one good. All right, so you ever ordered a Uber Eats or Uber Eats, and it says Maria's picking you up, But then Carlos picked your ass up and took you where you going or brought your food. That shit is now a crime. That shit is a misdemeanor. And depending on how deep it goes, it's actually a felony now. So for the people out there trying to hustle, they fucking that up. What can you do? SB 322 squatting laws. This is for all the homeowners out there renting to delinquents, people that don't want to pay their rent, people trying to fuck you over, trying to manipulate the system and squatting your shit. You can now call the sheriff and have them remove those people without an argument or anything. That is a plus for some of y'all. SB 612, fatal drug dealings. This covers the minor drug dealers. So drug dealers under 18 that sells drugs that results in a overdose is now a third-degree murder charge. So you selling fentanyl, coke, pills, beans, leans, supremes, whatever the fuck you selling, a bitch. Oh, sorry for the vulgarness, but whatever you selling, your customer overdoses on that dope, you going to jail with a third-degree murder charge. And last but not least, SB 1514, which is a K through 8 school law, which requires them to be able to respond to allergic reactions of all sort, peanut allergies, whatever allergies, shellfish, chicken, beef, whatever your child is allergic to, and you did not, well, I'm not going to say you did not make the school aware, but you were not aware your child was consuming a substance they were allergic to, they will be able to treat your kid at school. And that's the last law that I have to cover. Like, subscribe, and comment. Don't forget to comment. Debate over these laws. Do you agree with all these laws? Are all these laws just, did you vote for these laws? Do you remember voting for these laws? How do you feel about these laws getting passed when you did not vote for them? Comments below. Like, subscribe, share.